do you think about this settlement?
I think it was a waste of time. I think he basically corrupted and diluted his message. First of all, if you're gonna go into an activism role and you're gonna use, if your backdrop is gonna be the African American civil rights presence that it brought from the '60s, and you're gonna use that for your own causes, you don't sell out. You don't turn your message into a Nike hoodie. You don't go in there with your afro puffed out and you go into the NFL offices and then walk out with this, with this pro-black era from the '60s T-shirts and stuff like that, just to get down to a point where you sign a deal that knew they were colluded, that knew that you had them on the ropes, and you basically gave them a way out. Now I don't know what activist or what Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, I don't know what civil rights leader that you even saw or followed that made you even think that selling out to your oppressor or signing a deal with your oppressor was a way to go. And I felt like that was a waste of time. He did all of this. He had all these fans, all these young black kids who really didn't grow up with parents that were in the activism like my parents did. My parents grew up in around that '60s, '70s era in Virginia and North Carolina. So I know what I'm talking about. I felt that from my generation. He don't have a generation. He don't know where his father come from. He don't know any of this stuff. And he was leading kids down this road where this is what you have to do. You put on your sweat, you grow your afro out, you take a stand, and just only to get to that point where you had him on the ropes, just to say, okay, well, I'll sign this deal, saying collusion. I don't want to accept the $20 million. Now, mind you, if you love football, and much as I love football, I would play for free just to go in that Lions league. But you turn down a $20 million deal just to sign a deal with the NFL, so they can again wash it under the rug and say, hey, okay, thank you for not exposing us like you could have. Now we're gonna give you a present, a reward for your cooperation. I just think, to me, it was a waste of time, and they took a lot of young kids down the wrong hole by selling out your message.